Hi guys, welcome to Improve My Golf TV. I'm Chris Fletcher here with Andy Carter. Today we're going to talk about how to improve your impact position. We've got a drill for you we're going to go through. It's going to allow you to be able to compress that ball much better, making sure that the hands are in front at impact rather than the flicking position. So it's going to allow also then that the degree of loft on the face to be more neutral rather than too much loft coming into impact. And mainly what it is going to provide is more distance.
Exactly, that's always the winner, isn't it? I think in particular when we see a lot of golfers that do flick through impact, they've increased the loft angle on the club. So here at the moment I've got a pitching wedge, but if you increase the loft angle through impact, you can be turning it into a sand wedge or a gap wedge. And a lot of golfers can say, I only hit my pitching wedge 90 yards, but you swing at 75 miles per hour. So there's a real obvious problem there with the actual impact position and the dynamic loft of the club at impact. So we're going to give you a couple of really good drills today. It's actually not an easy drill, but it's good. It's effective. That's the most important thing. So what I'm going to do, I've got a pitching wedge in my hand, like I said before, and I normally would set this up in the middle of my stance. So from here, I'm actually going to put the ball position just further forward, just on the inside of my left heel, but I'm going to keep my club where the ball position would normally be. So I'm going to keep the club in the centre of my stance.
What's happening with your hand position? Is that remaining the same as well?
Exactly the same. So
right.
I'm making no other alteration other than the ball itself is going to be further forward.
Good.
That now looks like a long way away, especially with a pitching wedge, which is a shorter club. I'll be worried about topping or thinning this. So what I've got to work on now is from the top of the backswing, I've got to work on driving my hands and my arms and my lower body through impact more effectively. I want to try and get into this position. I want to try and strike that golf ball as well as I can. If I'm a golfer that comes into it and flicks, I'll either pick it up very, very clean, hit it very high in the air, thin it, or top it. So that straight away you know you've not really hit the shot how we wanted to. So we're going to keep the ball position just slightly forward of centre. And what we're going to do here is we hit this shot, we're going to move the left hip towards the target as we bring our arms down, and from here we're going to make sure we drive the hands towards the target as well, trying to always keep the hands ahead of the club head through impact as well. So if we try that now.
Yeah, you can just see with the strike there, Andy, that's just pure in comparison. Ball's flown double the distance. You know, before when you was hitting the first shot, it was looking like it was 56 to 60 degree impact. Hands were way behind the ball. And there you just compress the ball and it's just gone, yeah, miles. Also, as well as we hit the shot, there was a little bit of grass that came up with the strike, so we got ahead of the ball. The vertical angle into impact was a lot better as well. Yep. Hands ahead of the ball, lower body ahead of the ball. If I put that ball position back into the centre of my stance now, I will probably hit the loft that this is designed to go. If you're hitting a 90 yard pitching wedge, with this drill and the improvement of your angle, you should be hitting it around with that sort of same sort of swing speed up to 120, 110, 120, depending on the player. So it's massively important that you can drive your lower body through the ball better. We're not asking you to sway or get too out of control. It's just moving with the club towards the target, keeping your body, your hips and your hands ahead of the club head as you strike into the golf ball. How did it feel when you was coming into impact? Did it feel like you was punching it, or was it just that the hands was in front? It's very much like a punching motion. If you again, if you think of those shots where the wind's coming straight into your face, you want to hit the ball lower. In your mind, you actually know that you need to feel like you're de-lofting the club at impact to get the more penetrating flight. For a golfer that flicks the ball up high into the air, that's effectively what they need to do. As a mental way of looking at this, yeah, you need to try and compress the ball, hit the ball as low as you possibly can. Challenge yourself to hit the ball lower every single time with a lofted club. Obviously, with a lofted club. Another thing I think also is just trying to keep the same swing path as well.
Yeah, that's always a worry. If you try to do something like this and you lose your swing path, yeah, that's one thing we don't want to do. We're working on straight lines towards the target, not throwing the arms in a different direction on the way back down. All we're doing from the top of the backswing, rather than not moving towards the target, we're just moving sideways more towards the target to stay ahead of the ball at impact.
Nice tip there, Andy.
Cheers, Chris.
Thanks. Guys, if you've enjoyed that tip, write some comments, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. click the button, also the bell for notification. Check us out on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and we'll see you again soon.
See you guys.